Hi guys, so it is Sunday now. I got a few things for you guys today. We're heading to Walmart now. I gotta go grab a USB-B cable so that I can go update my Edge CTS2 that I kept around for the longest time and I still have. So I'm gonna go get that thing hooked up to the new truck, see if I can't get the high idle feature put back in, see if I can put the stock tune back in it, get the transmission tuning adjusted and all, all the little bullshit. So we're gonna do all of that. And I also got to hook up the AC on Dan's truck, and then we're going to take that out to the yard later since he's coming to pick that thing up this week. This is where we're at, and hope you guys enjoy. Lazy Sunday. If you guys need anything done on your 89 2018 Cummins, let me know. Send me a message. Link in the description. centralpalogistics@gmail.com. We need to get some more work in the shop. Christmas is coming up. So I went and got the cable for that from Walmart, and apparently it doesn't work on MacBook. So all I gotta do today on this is just plug 2 wires in. He's coming to get it tomorrow. I don't know if it'll start. I'm gonna prime the shit out of it and hope that I charged the battery up enough last time, but I doubt it'll start. Okay, that's full. Let's hope, because I don't really feel like dealing with it. Oh, that's not a good sign. Well, it started cranking. That's not a good sign. It started cranking, it was doing so well, and then it just... Oh, I hate these trucks that need batteries. Well, 2 jump packs later, and she started. Goodness gracious, that sucked. So this has been an absolute nightmare, but I figured it out. So I kept all the harnesses from before when I, took them all apart, and I found that the 2 AC lines that I pulled out were linked to the camshaft positioning sensor, right? So you can see the pink and yellow, and you can see it was orange and something else, right? It was like, so I found out where every one of them pin in. I found the wiring diagram. I found all the crap. So you can see right here, this one goes to pin 54, and then this one goes to pin 32, and then the other one I did not take out. So that is linked into a 5-volt ground, or a 5-volt positive and a sensor ground. So all that is done. Now I just need to put all this stuff back and go from there. So I verified the wire colors are correct for an 05. And I have sat here and I have verified that they all link into each specific individual wire and all the codes physically match. One was like 885 and one was 916. So I made sure everything physically matched. Now we just need to get all this, wiring disaster closed up, and we'll go from there. So let me get all this closed up here, and all right, she is done and all wrapped up. I'm gonna get this stuff all thrown back in the back of the truck. Like I was saying, we're able to match up the wire colors, match up the pinout online. It took quite a few hours to figure all out, but we got it. So here she is. Got everything kind of wrapped up as nice as I could. For what it's worth, I was saying this is a custom project, so it really doesn't make everything easy. But we have a lot of time, a lot of hours into this thing, and not sure where this truck's gonna go from here. But everything works. Minus the voltage gauge. He needs to get some seriously new batteries in this thing. These things are bad. I don't know what time it is. We're gonna probably end up bringing my truck in at some point. I want to mess with that tuner. So for you guys to keep asking me about projects, 12-valve swaps, all this other bullshit, we are willing to accept this kind of stuff. Now I do want to say, with every one of them that we do learn some new different things. Like in this case, depinning the PCM is a lot better than cutting a harness. But what I'm finding is I need to pay attention and realize that one sensor could have, one pin can have 5 different sensors. So, which is kind of something to keep in mind. So I will know that for next time. I didn't charge for certain things, with the whole wiring mess on this thing. I actually didn't charge for probably about 10 hours worth of the labor that went into this thing. I know, really bad for business, but it's just one of those things. Some things that we may not know everything. I decided to dock some of that stuff off of the bill just for that. And with figuring out the AC tonight, that's just one of those things I decided not to charge for, because honestly, I know it was my fault with the fact that the AC did not work, so I'm not going to charge for my mistakes, but at the same, and punish the customer for that. But At the same time, as we do more of these, we do learn more and more and figure out what works, what doesn't work, how much cleaner we can get each one of these projects. he said something about this truck not being permanently around. So, I mean, he said, you know, this thing may be for sale in the future if any of you guys are interested in it. It is definitely a cool build. Not sure the specs on it and everything, but he did go through and do a lot of the fabrication work on this thing, which is, like, this truck is just absolutely beautiful. You can see under here, like, some of this stuff back here was, like, custom fabricated and all that bullshit, so just really, really nice unit all the way around. It does have a factory exhaust on it. I'm not sure on the wheels, but the, you know, 35-inch tires, I believe they are. You know, big iron cross bumper, cool lights, you know, all the stuff, like brackets and all that shit, everything. It's a decent looking truck. So if any of you guys are interested in it down the road, I mean, it's pretty cool. So on a second topic, we have this thing here. This thing came in. This is actually my dad's shop truck now. Looks like he's going to be getting some wheels and tires on this thing here soon. We just got some ordered. I know he wanted me to do a couple videos on this thing, and you can see how the one mismatched wheel there. He's just waiting on his wheels and tires to come in for this thing. But it is, I can't remember the year, but it is a crew cab long bed Ram 2500. 4th generation truck. It came in with a bunch of damage here, a bunch of damage in the front. He went through and did all the paint and whatnot. Looks like somebody kind of messed up a little bit there, but went through and repainted the entire front of the truck. I know he's going to redo the front bumper and a couple of those little odds and ends. He does need some mirrors, so if you guys have a passenger side mirror, let me know. I know some of the work here is going to need done. I think he's been working on that or trying to chip away at it, but very clean, good workhorse, runs and drives great. All the work that went into this thing, he did just get the plow mount on it. So probably going to do some dress up to it, new headlights, new cab lights, the plow's going on it. I know he just got all that stuff wired up. Not sure if he has the plow mount on the bottom. Doesn't look like he does. The steering box, I believe, was fine. So he just got the new bolts for it. The exhaust we got built for it. So other than that, I mean, I'll show you some of the interiors and whatnot. So got our straps. I never liked the seats that all three of them go up at the same time. I do like the option to put part of the seat up. And you guys saw how this thing was before. So it only has 100,000 miles. We were able to sell the camper piece that came out right here. Sold that to a subscriber of mine. He was asking about it, so that got shipped down. I believe it was Florida. But there you guys go. This thing is extremely long. 4th gens are just so much bigger than the 3rd gens. So you guys will see like the cab size difference. The back doors on these are kind of crushed down, whereas the cabs on them, it's kind of weird. Yeah, these things are, I believe, about as long as the Mega Cab long bed in a 3rd gen configuration. So it's kind of, they're pretty long. So I just need to get him to install a gooseneck in this thing at some point. Doesn't look like he has one, so we're going to have to get a gooseneck in it at some point, just in case I break down and he needs to come get me. Kurt Hitch, you know how we love our Kurt Hitches. 20,000 pound rated. I think it's just an absolute animal. And the badge here, so. But that's pretty much going to do it for this quick little video. I'll show you guys the Edge tuner once I'm able to get it updated. It said when I plugged it in that the file was corrupted. So I'm going to try to get that whole thing reflashed back to normal, and then we're going to go through. I found that on my truck, the high idle, the reason it wasn't going into high idle was because of the check engine light for the fuel delivery. So now that that is gone, we now have another check engine light for the intake air heater performance that just came on earlier. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I'll have to figure that out. But we'll get the high idle added back in, do some transmission tuning, maybe do a better bit of a tune on the truck itself. This thing does move very, very well. I took my wife on a trip with it yesterday, and it's fast enough that it throws your head back and you kind of like struggle a little bit to get your head back up. So it is kind of a cool truck. It does move very, very quickly for what it is. On a stock trans. We are going to get that transmission built at some point. I have a transmission guy down in Arizona, but I don't really want to drive that far. So if anybody knows anybody around me that can rebuild or bulletproof that transmission at a decent price, let me know. But besides that, I'm going to close the video out here. If you guys want a good fuel savings, go check out Mudflap, link in the description. If you need to get a hold of me for any reason or send me some work, centralpalogistics@gmail.com. We're trying to get this place, you know, a little bit more work in the shop. We had a bunch of work for a while there, then I stopped scheduling for a little bit, and I know I shouldn't have, so I kind of screwed up the schedule a little bit, so now I'm kind of like We need to get some more stuff back in. We are working on getting a shop here in January or February, so I need to keep the workflow up, especially with Christmas coming around the corner. I got like 5 or 6 grand worth of bills coming the next week as is. So we need to get this, we need to get the business keep going for what it is. I'm gonna try to start finding some power only loads. If you guys have any power only or freight loads or car loads that you wanna send me a message as well, centralpalogistics@gmail.com, or my Instagram. That's also down in the description as well. I have my Amazon affiliate links down there. I did put my Bitcoin and Ethereum wallet address down there too for people that wanna donate to the channel for, I don't know, any reason at all. But appreciate you guys for sticking around. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, have a good one.